Ravel, ambitious, but brilliant! I don't believe it! I swear I do not believe it! And they are back on terms!
Here we go. The final day of the longest season ever, what certainly feels like the longest season ever, and it's all to play for. Mick, how are your nerves?
Yeah, fine. I'm completely calm. Completely calm. I'm not worried in any way. Oh, well, a bit maybe. Yeah, it's a little bit of a worry, I'll be honest.
Yeah. Should we go through the starting lineup?
Well, have you got it?
I've got it in front of me. It's just been released.
Excellent.
Couple of surprises. Back three is I probably expect Blackman, Ike, McDonald, and Wood. I assume you're going to be back three. Harding's in, as well as Giles.
Yep.
So I assume they right wing back, left wing back. Then you have Joseph Soon, Wiles, Wing, Crooks, and Smith. That's attacking. But Flojo in and Chewy's on the bench. I'll go through the bench as well. Your answer massive on Sunday. Sean McDonald, Lindsay, Barlaser, Sadly, Ogbene, and Freddie is your big bench.
Wow.
Interesting.
I bet nobody's got 11 out of 11 in FanHub then.
No, who's picked? I love Flojo, but he's been good. He's decent. I ain't picked him.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm quite taken aback by that because well, it is an attacking team. It is an attacking team. There's no doubt about that. Absolutely no doubt at all. And I'm assuming he's looking to play it as a front three. I don't know. It's 3-4-3 maybe. I don't know. To be fair, when Josephson's come on in the last couple of games, he's looked quite effective. But he did have a period where he was completely anonymous. So he's going to have to step it up today. But what a story that would be, wouldn't it? What a story that would be. He'll not be going back to Pride Park if he sends them down, will he?
I might be wrong. I think the last time he started was against Sheffield Wednesday. And he was brilliant against Sheffield Wednesday first half.
Yeah, that's true.
He got early crossing Smith. Obviously, he set up Smith for one of the goals. So that's clearly a thinking behind it, which I'm on board with.
Yeah. Well, listen, I'm on board with whatever gets us 3 points out of today's game. Whatever it is. You know what I mean?
Anything. Yeah. So. Yes. We appear to be forgotten by everybody else. Sky Sports are billing the Wednesday game, Derby game, as effectively a playoff, it seems.
Yeah.
Crack on, boys. You do what you need to do, as long as Wednesday picks them up, and we'll do what we need to do.
Yeah.
Hopefully. We are live, so if you want to comment, Twitter, Facebook, and we're live on YouTube, aren't we, Mick?
Yeah, I think so.
So if you're watching
on YouTube... Listen, mate, I set it up. We could be live anywhere. We could be going live at BBC News Channel for all I know.
We could be.
Yeah.
Hello, BBC.
Yeah. Stop worrying about how many games Man U have got to play.
Oh, yeah, we'll talk about that next time. So feel free, Chris Nichols, come on, you Reds. And a morning from Ethan. Morning, mate.
You don't know what to say, do you?
Words. No, I am struggling to put into words. The nerves are really kicking in. I managed to sort of forget about them last night, and I managed to sleep fine. But as soon as I woke up this morning, it was the first thing I thought of. And I had to get shot for something this morning, and all I was thinking about is, but what if we're losing the last few minutes who we're going to bring on, and then what if Wednesday score an equaliser or Derby then go winner? Every single thing that's happened has just gone through my head. If there's a permutation that could happen, I've probably thought of it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm the older statesman, if that's the right word, on this podcast. So I should be the one that's sort of the calming influence and saying, look, whatever happens. If we go down to League One, we go down to League One. We'll be back at the stadium. Does it really matter? All those sorts of things. But I can't at the moment. I am very nervous. It will be a massive, massive achievement for us to be able to get a result today and the other result go our way. But I genuinely can't see it happening. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, Millers fans. I just cannot see it. I could probably see us getting a result. But
yeah.
The way things are, the way things go for us, and have gone for us this season, I can just see Derby getting out of this. I can just see them getting out of it. It'd be just, I don't know. I hope I'm wrong. God, I hope I'm wrong.
God, wouldn't it just be justice if they went down, though? Nothing against Derby fans. I spoke to a lot of Derby fans who are decent and good to talk to, but there would be something about it if Derby went down. I'd almost, it's a strong call, but I'd almost prefer Derby to go down than Wednesday. Because I just want to see Derby. It don't feel fair what's happened with Derby. It don't feel fair what Wednesday's done.
No.
I feel like they deserve to go down. But anyway,
let's make no bones about it. They both deserve to go down, and they deserve to go down more than we deserve to go down. Yeah. There's no question about it, and that's not necessarily to do with what's happened on field. It's with what's happening off field. And the more in looking at the bigger picture, the more clubs like that end up in League One and further down the pyramid, the better it is for football in the long term. So, if we're able to do this today, we're doing a favour for football. We're saving football.
Yeah.
No pressure.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Stephen Walker still believes we can do this. I am with you. Yeah, I'm with you. But
we can.
Jamie, how are the nerves? Because he's beyond bricking it. That's just about where I am, to be honest. And it's not like it's an evening. If it's a 7 o'clock kickoff, Mick, you can have a couple of beers to sort of calm yourself a little bit. It's pretty frowned upon to have a couple of beers at 12:30, isn't it?
Yeah, it is for me. I can't. I'll be asleep by 1 o'clock if I be at 12:30.
Emma Wood, Richard Wood winner. Now that Woody may well go down as one of the great Rotherham players. Do you know if he keeps us up today with the late winner? Can you imagine?
Oh, it'll be written in stars. It's written in stars, mate.
Yeah.
Probably.
Owen says Flo just starting could send Derby down. We won't be very popular there, will he?
I mean that. Yeah, that's be an interesting pre-season at Pride Park if he does that, innit? Won't it?
Yeah. John Morrell, how's the nerves? Yeah, pretty bad.
Not great, John. I'll be honest with you, mate. And to be fair, all week on Twitter, you've not really been helping him, if I'm perfectly honest.
Yeah, that's true. Ethan is Polish. Puts it pretty perfectly. All we can hope is that gives 100%, and if we lose, they give it all. In all seriousness, we love them to win, but at the end of the day, and I've said this for most of my Rotherham watching career, I'm sure Mick's the same. All we want you to do as a Rotherham fan is just work hard. If you put your best in and it's not quite good enough, that's it. I can't really ask for much more. As long as you've given everything and left it all out there, that's fine by me.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Chris Nichols, what will be, correct. Yeah. Jason Wicks, today's the day. Chris Nichols also points out money rules, unfortunately, but today's the day. Will football rule the day today? If Wednesday or Derby stay up, it probably has. If we stay up, then it's a sign that money doesn't always buy you success. It can buy you, League One, mate, potentially.
Yeah, well, it's bought enough clubs League One already, hasn't it? And whether we go, looking at the longer term, looking at the bigger picture, like I said earlier on, hopefully it'll buy a lot more clubs League One as well, on a downward trajectory rather than an upward one like Salford. So, fingers crossed. Come on, football, do it for us. God, I sound pathetic.
Jason Wick, he says 3-2. I don't think my heart can take a 3-2, Jason, to be honest with you, mate. If it keeps up, I'll take it, but...
Oh, God. No, I don't think I could either, to be honest.
Mickey Savage, up the Millers. We've got this one today. Come on, you Reds. Josh Leslie, we've got to win, not just to have a chance of staying up there, but to guarantee Wednesday don't stay up at our expense.
Yeah, even more pressure there, Josh.
I know. But then Derby stay up then. Derby are definitely going to stay up then.
Yeah.
It's,
Well,
Jamie, I really hope Wiles puts in a good performance. That's a very good point, Mick.
Yeah.
Just back on the actual game itself, Wiles has been quite poor recently. He's quite lucky to be back in the team for this game.
Yeah. Yeah, he has. He's tired, isn't he? He's tired, clearly. But they all are. Yeah, I mean, it'd be great for Ben Wiles. We talked about it in the podcast earlier in the week, didn't we? That, just looking back, like I said, 10 years ago, and him running around in a green and white shirt for Rotherham St Joseph's, I'm sure dreaming of one day being able to pull on a Rotherham United shirt. If he could take that one step further and be involved in keeping us in the Championship after such a horrible season, it would be. I can't imagine how that boy would feel. It would just be, it'd be amazing for him. Absolutely amazing for him. So I am glad he's starting, but that's more sentiment rather than anything else, I guess.
Yeah.
So.
Race Medley agrees with me. I'd love it if Derby goes down, even if Owls Wednesday stay up. For that one, Paul Bradley up the Millers. John Morrell, Wes Harding has form for performing on the final day deciders.
Yeah,
and he's been brilliant all season. Obviously, he's had moments where he's made mistakes.
Yeah,
for the most part, Harding's been brilliant. And after all Sunday's performance on Tuesday, Harding was always going to be the man to start right wing back today for me. No question about it for me, Mick.
Yeah, absolutely. Matt Alessandro's been poor since he came back from his injury. He's just not got back into the swing of it. And like John says, Wes has got experience of last day deciders, hasn't he? And he's got 100% record in it, I think. So fingers crossed he can maintain that record today. That'd be fantastic. Yeah. But he has been immense this season. Absolutely immense.
Yeah. 0-4, what's thoughts on the lineup? I'm not really sure. The Flojo one has completely thrown a spanner in what I thought was set up. I can't work out how we're going to set up. Is Crooks going to be in the midfield three? And then Flojo doing what Ogbenny did behind Smith, but that's not really where Flojo performs best, is it? So I don't know.
No, it's a wide man, isn't he?
Yeah.
I suspect he's going to play three up front. I suspect he's going to play Smith, Crooks, and Flojo up front. But the issue with that is then you're pushing Crooksy out wide, which is not really his place again. Who knows? To be honest with you, I'd just like to see him play Blackman at back and everybody else up front. So.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that pans out, and then if we score, Nobby up front and everybody at back. So
yeah, definitely. It gives flexibility as well. If we need to, it's very, 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 very easy to switch to 4-4-2, for example. Very easy switch to with the players you've got in there. I think that may be why on a day like today you need flexibility because things can change in a minute. So it's really important to have that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Aaron Jarvis asked where Ben is. Ben is at American football training at the moment. He will miss a little bit the first half, but he will be back. We're going to do a post-match while he's here. We are going to do a post-match live after the game. Ben will be back for that one. God, I hope we're talking about a celebration.
Oh, don't. Stop it now. Come on, people. Let's stop it. Let's just calm down for a minute.
Well, we said calm down. Ethan is Polish, puts that 1-0 Blackman overhead kick. God, you know what?
I know. It'd be so sweet. It would be just the sweetest thing in the world on 97 minutes out of 94 to play. It'd just be beautiful.
It would. Will Ray's point makes a good point. How is Dan Barley's not playing?
Yeah.
He could feel hard done by. I suspect he's gone on final day. Deciders. It's about this is a very simplistic way to put it, but who wants it more? Ben Wiles is that more type of player who can run around, get stuck in. A bit of Jamie Lindsay about him, but he's a Rotherham boy. I think that's why he may have gone that route. I could be wrong, and Wiles may end up having a stinker. But he just sort of, on a one-off game, Wiles does sort of tick the boxes, doesn't he, I suppose?
It does, yeah, it does. And I mean, I talked about sentiment earlier on. There is a certain amount of sentiment there as well. And maybe that will help. That will help Ben Wiles to really give it one last push. We know what quality he's got. We know he's got the quality. There's no doubt about that. But in relation to what Will said there, I'm surprised Barley's is not playing. Really surprised. I think he's played well when he's played over the last few games. Yeah.
I'm a player. Thinks Joseph soon is going to run wild. God, I hope so. Jake Kidd, he thinks Derby 0-0 and Rotherham 1-0. I mean, that would be. I would do it. I prefer Wednesday to win 3-0 and us to win 3-0.
Yeah.
Because that would be much. We can be a bit chilled out a bit. I don't expect that to happen, but
no,
you never know.
No, me neither.
Johnny Hollingworth thinks Wild should be playing, which I think is a fair point. And John Morell also points out, go think about the opposition, Mick. We gave away some silly free kicks last season. Harry Wilson is one of the best set-piece specialists in the entire division, better than many in the Premier League, as he should be on the wages he's on.
Yeah, but absolutely.
I can never look at their lineup, but they've got some fantastic players, Cardiff. On the day, they are a really, really good team. Keith Moore is playing.
Yeah.
Volks is not. I think Volks is suspended.
Yeah, I believe he is, isn't he?
Harry Wilson is playing. They've got Sheo Joe Bench, who scored against us last time. They're a proper championship team. They're not nearly missed. If Mick McCarthy were from day one, they'd have probably made playoffs.
Yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt. It's just, make no mistake, this is a really, really tough game. This is a much, much tougher game than either Fowls or Derby have got. By a long way. You know, I would sooner be in our position playing one of them two than playing Cardiff. I'll be perfectly honest with you. Not least because we've beaten both twice this season. But anyway, we just have to wait and see, won't we? I'm struggling to put into words really how important it is, and I don't want to say that because it just adds more pressure into it, doesn't it? But it will be massive for the club and for the town to be able to maintain that championship status. But on the flip side of that, if we don't, we've been away from football for 12 months. Physically away from football for 12 months. When we go back, we'll be in the same place as we were when we left. It's not that bad.
No, it won't be end of the world.
No.
It will just be special and sweet for to go the other ways. John Morell points out it's the same team that beat Birmingham 4-0 last week, which is not necessarily a bad thing, Mick. How often do teams win 4-0 one week and then win the next week? It's only top teams like Norwich and Brent, and the top teams tend to do that. There's a reason for where they are because of inconsistency.
Have you ever heard of the phrase tempting fate?
Well, we do.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it's a fair point. But John's got a point there. But we also know they've got a 5-0 defeat against the team in bottom three. So you're right. It is about consistency. Hopefully, they've got as little as we've got. Yeah,
we are due a win.
Yeah.
3 wins in the last 19 games. We are literally due a win. It's been a long time since we had a win and not enough wins. And that's what's obviously sent us down. That's a very simplistic thing to say, but it's true. One more. We want literally one more win in there, and we're in a fantastic position. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
But tends to be the tough football. Football generally comes down to fine margins. And this is one of the finest there is.
I don't get much finer than this, does it?
No. We're going to end on some positive history, Mick. I know you don't like history, but I'm going to give it anyway. We talked about this on the podcast. The last 3 times that we've had final day shootouts, they have all been successful. So that is a positive for us. We've stayed up. I think they were all promotions. 2 promotions, 1 relegation, but they've all gone our way. So that is something we have got a history of being successful on the final day of the season. Sheffield Wednesday haven't. I remember they lost to Crystal Palace a few years ago in the last day shootout. They lost and went down. We all know what Derby are like for bottling things. So although they don't necessarily have last day pedigree, recent history, I wouldn't trust them to do anything. Never mind football related. I wouldn't trust them to do anything. So we're the only ones that have got that history. I know that doesn't really count for a great deal, but as I said on the main show, mate, football is funny. Symmetry in football shouldn't make sense and it shouldn't happen. But it sometimes does, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, it does, absolutely. And fingers crossed that your love of it is enough to get us through today.
I hope so. So that's our 20 minutes that we're going to do now. Anything finally you want to add before I close us up?
No, I just need a little bit of a lie down before it all starts. And then I'm going to try and calm myself down, calm my nerves, and just sit there and do a Ben. Just sit there and
you won't be able to.
No, I won't. You're right. I won't. No. It's a good job we're not doing a watch along today because it'd have to have a parental guidance warning on it, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's true. Also, Wickham could still stay up, but they only did a 13-goal swing, so good luck to Wickham as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I hope after the game we're singing that famous song, Nick. I don't want to say it to tempt fate, but I think you know the one I'm talking about when you survive in a division. I hope and pray that we are. I hope the players are dancing around the pitch in Cardiff in our 2 hours' time, just over 2 hours' time. Mick's dying of a cold.
I'm dying. You've given me sneezes, and I'm allergic to final day shootouts.
So thank you all for watching this, the final pre-match show of the season. We're back for the final post-match of the season at around 3 o'clock, Mick.
I have no idea. Yeah, probably about 3. It'll probably be 3 o'clock, I would have thought.
Cool.
Give us time to either stop crying or stop singing.
Yeah.
Probably crying.
Yeah. Positivity, Chris Waller, 2-0 to the Mills. I had Darwin to draw. God, I hope so, mate. I absolutely hope so. Thank you, Michael, Mike, whatever. Mickey.
Yeah, whatever.
And thank you all for getting involved and watching everything else. We'll see you all in a couple of hours' time when who knows what will happen. So thank you all. We'll see you all very, very soon. Credits on one-on-one. Credit turning shoot. Container shot. Unbelievable! Apologies to the neighbours.